Well, maybe you heard me say it at the beginning of the show. We want to give you a reason to cheers to the warmer temperatures. And what better way to do that than with good old summer beers from right here in the Bay Area. And every time I think about beer these days, I think of Sean Norquist, who's back with us to break it down. Sean, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I know that technically it's not summer for another month or so, but I don't care what Dennis Phillips says, it's summer in Florida.
It feels like it. So we're going with it. I'm already diving into the summer beers. So that's where it's like we have to call you up and see what's out there. And I love that you keep it local. So where are you taking us first?
So we're going to start right here in St. Pete from Green Bench Brewing. This is a collaboration they did with Beer Culture. It's called Culture Tings, and it is a traditional German-style Pilsner. It's light, it's crisp, what we like to call a crispy boy. Really great for for the weather and people who like beer-flavored beer. It's one of those really well done, clean, really nice for this kind of weather.
I was saying the fact that it's light, but it's still a beer. It doesn't get crazy with flavors. Okay.
Right. It's beer flavor at about 5.1%. So
like what you would see in a lighter beer, right?
Sure. The next one we have, this is actually a traditional Mexican style called the Tapache. It's called Ole Tapache. It's from Bastet Brewing over in Tampa. And this has pineapple, ginger, cardamom. It's really light. It's really refreshing. This is something you're not going to find really anywhere else, and it's really, really nice. If you're not somebody like, oh, I don't like the way, I don't like beer flavor, give this one a try. About 3.5%, so nice and light on the alcohol level, nice and light in the flavor. It's a beautiful color. You're really going to enjoy this one a lot, and you can get that at their brewery.
Since I am sad that I'm not with you, of course, to be having my taste tests, can you taste the pineapple in that one?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you have the it's not like pineapple juice, but you get the hints of the sweetness of the pineapple. You get a little bit of the zing. Plus you have that ginger and cardamom in there to balance it out to make a really nice and unique flavor.
Okay, so you were mentioning the color of that. The one next is what caught my eye from the beginning. Speaking of color, Sean, is that green or am I, camera screen just looking a little wonky today?
This is green. This is a green apple sour from Bayboro Brewing here in St. Pete. It tastes like green apple. It has that tartness to it, but it's also really light. It's 3.8%, so it's not going to knock you silly. It's going to give you some some of that sourness. See, the dogs like it too, and they. But it's it's a beautiful color. It's beautiful flavor to it. Think Jolly Rancher kind of green apple. It's really a nice, great for a hot day.
Hey, I remember putting some Jolly Ranchers in like Zima back in the day. I mean,
yes,
you don't need to do that
in
anymore.
The old days. Yes, absolutely.
I'm totally aging myself, by the way. Can we just point that out that I'm talking about?
Great. You were probably in junior high when I was doing it in high school, or college. So finally, though, I'm going to take you to the far other end of the spectrum, and we're going to go dark, because I know that there are people that like their dark beers no matter what time of year it is, and we're going with a rum-barreled imperial stout from Copperhead Brewing called Super Void, and this is a 12% imperial stout. This is big, this is heavy, thick, really plays on the darker roasty notes as well as some of that sweet rum booziness from the rum barrels, and it's incredible. So this is something you're going to want to have small amounts of, but really, really enjoyable no matter what time of year.
I was going to say, and I know when it comes to the imperial stout, you get the higher alcohol content, of course, which you need to be aware of. But I like that you say that maybe the difference in that one is that rum barrel element. It sounds like that's how that stands out, right?
Yeah. So you're definitely going to get the flavors of the rum, that pulls from that barrel, and some of that barrel flavor, that oakiness to it as well, and then the usual flavors, the dark, rich flavors of an imperial stout.
Well, Sean, again, we appreciate you keeping it local and breaking down the summer brews for us and some of your favorites. Where can people stay up to date with you and follow you? I know I follow you on Instagram, but where can people stay up to date on what beers they should be out and trying in the Bay Area?
So, following the beer accounts, for my beer account, it's Beer for the Daddy, obviously. Follow the goings on with the Florida Brewers Guild. And look at your local breweries. Follow them on Instagram. They're always dropping new pictures of new beers they're releasing, new events they're having. find out who the brewery is closest to your house. I guarantee you there's one within just a couple miles, and go visit them.
I like it. Sean, I'm still drinking coffee. Cheers to you, though, virtually. Great to see you, buddy.